Hello and welcome to FPL Mate, your best mate for fantasy Premier League content for the 2020-21 season. The man capable of injuring any player just by bringing him into his fantasy team is here before you today. Me. Let's refresh this page. I've been a bit disorganised this morning. I've actually been awake since 4:30 a.m. for some reason. Bamford, why are you yellow? This is new. That's probably just lagging out from last week, surely. Doesn't make any sense. All the fixtures are wrong. Right, this is wrong. What is going on here? Alright, let's try and fix this. We can just switch to a nice big picture of me whilst I try and figure this out. Maybe I need to re-log in. Is it going to make me log in again? Oh, there we go. It's fixed. Okay. Right. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. So, let's see who's in the chat today. Let's have a quick look through. We've got Geezy Huncho. We've got Shiraz. We've got Dash. Dan Cross, of course, the moderator, who everyone knows and loves. Adam Pearce, good morning. And Jack Yang, George Sonny, Scratch, Exo Burns. Loads of people in today, as we often have in these deadline streams. Really fun, really exciting. Let's go. So yeah, guys, if you've been following my stuff this game week, you pretty much know what I'm going to do with my transfers. But we're going to do the live transfers today anyway. I am, as always, trying to save my transfers to the absolute last minute, just in case I hear any last minute news. I think it's kind of the sensible thing to do. I think, guys, if you've been putting in those early transfers, you've probably been burnt a few times by now, and I don't really want to be a part of the burn gang. I don't want to be burnt. Theo Thomas says he's never missed an FPL Mate stream. You love to hear it. You love to hear it. 8 Night Tech here as well. Car Thief. Corey's here. Yo. Hopefully a lot of you guys are here from the Discord server today. What's up, Discord gang? We're absolutely smashing it on the Discord, by the way, guys. If you haven't joined the Discord server already, it is the place to be if you love FPL. It really is. So if you want to go check that out, the link is in the description of this stream. Please do go. Just click the link. It takes you straight to the chat room. You can start chatting with me, with all of the big FPL fans pretty much everywhere. There's like 700 of us now in the server, chatting away about FPL, about football in general, about life. It's good. It's good. So Discord gang, join me. So yeah, there you go, guys. So I've got my captain set, my vice captain set. There you go. Someone's Ashutosh has very wisely noticed that there is a red flag on Zaha. Wilfried Zaha. Of course, I unfortunately injured him this week by putting him in my fantasy team. Sorry guys, I did it again. I injured a player. I'm cursed / superpowered. However you want to look at it. I'm starting to think of it as a superpower. The ability to injure any player by bringing him into my fantasy team. You got to be positive about these things. You got to laugh. You got to laugh, really. So yeah, we're going to be taking out Zaha today. We're going to be making an additional transfer as we go loopy doopy. We're going wild. We're going crazy. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun with my fantasy team. And whilst I have fun with my fantasy team, I'm going to help you guys with some more boring, sensible transfers. I think that's probably the best way to do things, just to go crazy with my own team. And then if you guys have questions, if you want me to help you out, if you want me to, even in my buy, sell, keep, avoid videos, I'll try and still do very well-researched, very sensible, logical transfers. Whereas with my own team, I'm going to go a bit more crazy. Just for the fun. For the fun, for the entertainment value, and to try and claw back this season, because I keep getting burnt by trying to be sensible and trying to play boring and play template. It's not working. So you can't make gains if you just stick with a template. Terence says, bring Ziyech in for the fun. I don't know if that's the funnest player I've ever thought of in my life, but it's up there. It's up there. No, basically, guys, I've actually finally landed on a double game week plan that I think works. So I'm going to be doing a full video soon, but basically the idea is what I'm going to be doing, very, very roughly, is I'm going to be making my team right now. Basically, get a couple of Burnley players in. We're going to get a couple of Leeds players in. That way, we're prepared for game week 24 and 25 double game weeks. We're then going to make sure we've got a full team ready for a bench boost in game week 26, which is going to mean upgrading the goalkeeper, upgrading Ferguson. Obviously we've got to take out Zaha. Chilwell's probably got to go as well. So we're going to be doing a couple of transfers like that. Then between game week 26 and 29, we're going to make transfers to ensure we have as many players playing as possible in the game week 29 blank fixtures. So we've got players for game week 24, the small doubles. We've got 25 players for 25, the small doubles. We've got a whole bench boost full of double players for game week 26. We're going to build from 26 to 29, bringing in players that are not blanking, because we'll find out which players are not blanking hopefully before then. Well, a lot before then, to be fair. So we'll have an idea of what kind of players we're going to bring in between 26 and 29, and then in game week 30, after blank game week 29 is completed, we're going to wildcard in game week 30 and set up our team, rebalance our team for the rest of the season. Now, I think a trap a lot of people are going to fall into is to wildcard before game week 29. I know a lot of people are going to wildcard before game week 29. I think that's probably going to burn you in the long run, because you're going to be, people are going to be sort of wildcarding in game week 29 and bringing in players in these awful fixtures the game week 29 is going to offer. It's going to be a rubbish game week. You don't really want the players from game week 29 in your team long term. So really, we got to think about game week 29 as a bit of a write-off. Just say, okay, well, let's try and get a few players for that, and then we'll move on. And then, you can particularly move on if you can just wild card, start again, start from fresh, and that is something that I'm really, really keen to do. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Wild card, game week 30, bench boost, game week 26, and the triple captain is going to pop up whenever I feel like it. It really is. I'm just going to play it when it feels right. So you know when you pick your captain and it feels really, really good, hopefully on a double game week, then that's the time. That's the time to use the triple, I think. I'm not going to plan for the triple captain. It's the least important chip anyway, to be fair. The other ones are so much more important. So with that plan, I think we're pretty good. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to explain this properly in a full video for you guys. And hopefully it will all start to make sense. it'll all start to make sense. And hopefully I can maybe tweak it and think of some different ways that you guys can use the same strategy, even if you're missing a couple of your chips. We'll try and work out the best way for you guys, the best we can. So yeah, just wanted a quick word on my chip strategy going forward. You know, one of the best ways to get ahead, you know, take an advantage in FPL is to have a decent chip strategy. Now, the last time I had a chip strategy this season, it pretty much got messed up by all fixtures being moved around by COVID. That kind of messed up my whole chip strategy. I think COVID is going to be a little bit calmer this time. So, for that reason, I think we're going to be in a slightly better situation. And I'm going to try and be positive and try and see where we can end up. But, you know, I think I could get a huge rank boost in double game week 26. I really do. But yeah, I'm going to be going all risk. So let's do my transfers first. That way we can just get that out of the way and people will be saying, why is Zaha still in your team? I don't have to listen to that all stream from you horrible bunch. You horrible bunch. Nah, I'm just joking. You guys are lovely. Let's do these transfers though. So, Zaha, you're out of here. Ding ding. And Forster, you're also out of here. Ding ding. Right, Nick Pope's coming in. Nick Pope, by the way, really like him. I'm upgrading my second goalkeeper, obviously, because I'm going to do a bench boost soon anyway. So I need to get a second goalkeeper at one point or another. Now, we know Pope has got a double game week next game week in game week 24. Fabulous, we love that. But we also know that in game week 26, the big double game week, Pope has got a very high chance of having a double game week in that one as well. So for that reason, he's got, you know, more than one reason to bring him into your team. 2 doubles potentially over the next couple of game weeks, which is a very nice thing indeed. So we like that. Oh, it's not on the most popular transfers in. That's surprising. So we like that a lot. Pope is a really good player to go for. In fact, I'm even thinking of doubling up. Next game week, I'd probably bring in Ben Mee. Honestly, I really do. Probably bring in Ben Mee, double up on Burnley. Particularly if we find out that Burnley are indeed going to have 2 double game weeks, which is going to be a real huge advantage. So, that's that. Rafinha in for Zaha, Pope in for Forster. We've got our second goalkeeper ready for the game week 26 bench boost. We've got just Ferguson now to replace, that we definitely need to replace, but we probably also want to look at replacing Chilwell and maybe most likely Adams as well, and then we'll be done. So maybe Ferguson to Ben Mee next game week, if I can afford it. Can I afford it? Yes, I can. So yeah, that's probably the way to go. Ferguson to Mee next game week in game week 24. It gives me game week 25 and game week 26 to make the final transfers. Chilwell out and Adams out. That will that's kind of what I'm thinking, the plan right now of what I kind of want to do. And we'll make sure we're set up really nicely for the double game week. We'll find out, of course, a lot more about the double game weeks by this time next week, which is all good. So let's make those transfers. Confirm. Can't believe I flip-flopped between Rafinha and Zaha. One of those things. We've got to move on. You've got to move on. So this is how I'm going to be lining up. I'm going to do the switcheroonie. We're going to put Pope in goal because I know a lot of you guys will own Martinez and you might not want to hear this, but Aston Villa conceding a lot of goals at the moment. It's kind of been a little bit worrying. I can't really lie. Martinez still making plenty of saves, which is good. We like that a lot. So it could be worse, but with Aston Villa conceding a lot of goals, with Arsenal actually kind of in form right now, you know, we can talk about last game, but you know, we got a bit of bad luck with some red cards in that game, didn't we? But Arsenal are in form, generally speaking, and I do think they score against Aston Villa. I really do think they score against Aston Villa. So for that reason, I'm happy to go without. And let's just get Pope in. Much better chance of a clean sheet against Brighton. And Pope makes so many saves, doesn't he? So a player we really like the look of. We really like the look of him indeed. And that's how I'm going to line up, guys. Calvert-Lewin first on the bench. I know a lot of you will also be screaming, why on earth have you got Chilwell in your team still? Well, look, I'm not expecting Chilwell to start, but if he does start, I am definitely going to want him in my team against Sheffield United. I really do. A few people asking how to join the Discord server. The link is in the description. If you go to the description, scroll all the way to the bottom, it's down there somewhere. It's a link that says Discord. It's got a little purple emoji next to it. Check it out. So yeah, Chilwell, I genuinely think, and I've kind of spoken to a couple of Chelsea fans as well, there's no chance that Chilwell never starts a game again. It's not like he's never coming back into this team again. Now, this Sheffield United game is a good opportunity for rotation because it's against a weaker team. It's another game in a long series of game after game after game. Is Alonso going to play every single game, for weeks and weeks and weeks? Absolutely not. We've got FA Cup in the week. We've got more fixtures coming up thick and fast. The fun never stops in football right now. It really is crazy. So it kind of seems actually like an ideal opportunity to put Chilwell back in the team. Thomas Tuchel, also, he likes to switch his formation up. He doesn't stick with one formation. This is kind of something he's known for. So if Tuchel goes back to a 4 at the back for Chelsea, Alonso's not playing left back. We know by now, Alonso can't defend. He's not a good defender. He's a really good attacking wing back. So if there is a 4 at the back formation for Chelsea, Chilwell's going to have to play at the left back. So there's a couple of reasons why Chilwell still might play. Now, do I want Chilwell in for the long term? No way. No chance. I got to get rid of him. Even if he plays every single game week, he does not provide any value. His output is so low in terms of, expected goals, expected assists, crossing opportunities, shots, key passes, not taking any. No key passes, no big chances created. He's not providing any value for money whatsoever. I want to get rid of him. But I am rolling the dice this game week thinking I think there's a really, really good chance that Chilwell plays for this game week only. After that, he's gone. And even if he doesn't play, I know that I've got cover there on the bench. We've got John Stones there on the bench. He can come in against Liverpool. I've seen a few people bench all of their Man City teams against Liverpool like this Liverpool team is bossing it right now. Are you watching the same Liverpool team as I am? Fair enough. They did get that 3-1 win against West Ham. Was it 3-1? No, 2-1? I can't. But 1-0? Was it even against West Ham? My mind has completely gone blank. Let's have a look. Why has my brain just gone... Yeah, it was a 3-1 win against West Ham. Don't doubt yourself, Dan. It's too early on a Saturday morning. I'm too tired. So, yeah, fair enough. They got that 3-1 win. But other than that, they've not really been convincing for a while. So, and on the other hand, Manchester City have been very convincing for a while. So... why would you bench all of your Man City players? So, yeah, I know for the most of you guys, you're going to be playing at least 1 or 2 of your City players, as I am here as well. But I have seen a couple of people bench all City players. Like, their 3 bench players are the 3 City players. I think you're an absolute lunatic if you're doing that, because City have been so fabulous. And I really doubt that Liverpool score in this game. I really do. I think this is sort of a 1-0 to Man City type situation. I think that's going to be the scoreline here. This weekend. I really do. But I'm not 100% confident in that. I could never bring myself to bench Salah. That's too tough. That's too much of a tough benching. I couldn't bring myself to bench 2 City defenders because I still do think there's a real chance of a clean sheet. And I'm actually I'm fine if Stones comes on and fills in that gap. And I do think Stones is going to play as well. I think if this is the new City formation, and I think it is, then this is going to mean Stones is now going to be nailed, which is really nice. It means Cancelo is going to be more nailed than he was before, because Cancelo fits that sort of midfield defender, hybrid type player role to an absolute T, which we really like. So I'm hoping City stick with this new setup. 3 at the back in defence and I guess Well, I guess, well, no, it's 4 at the back in defence and 3 at the back in attack, isn't it? Kind of thing. Sort of. It's a weird formation that City used last game. I can't fully describe it, but it involved 3 centre-backs, essentially. Sort of, with Laporte playing left back / centre back, and then Cancelo kind of playing right back / central midfielder. Crazy stuff. So yeah, if that continues, that's good for Stones. It's good for Cancelo. So that's what I'm hoping for. And also, you know, it puts Cancelo in those such nice positions. Really do like the look of him, Cancelo. Every single game week I watch him, I'm like, wow, this is an FPL player. This is an FPL asset. Exactly the kind of player we kind of want in FPL. Next season, Cancelo, he's going to start at like 6.5 million. He really is. He's going to be one of the real top premium defenders. I know that for sure. Let's take advantage of him. That's what I'm saying. Mustafa SK says, when will you take out Ferguson? I'll take him out probably next game week, to be fair. I'll probably just take him out, put in Ben Mee next game week. Nice and easy transfer. Double up on the Burnley defence. That will be, of course, playing 2 games. So, yeah. That's my thinking. I still will have Chilwell kicking around, of course, which will be slightly problematic. But it's not the end of the world. We'll transfer him out when we need to. So, there you go. Dan Cross says, transfer done, Pope in. Glad you joined me on the Pope Mobile. Flamify is asking for a Chilwell replacement. The obvious one to go for is just bring in Ben Mee. Just bring in Ben Mee. I think that's the best one to go for. You know, people talking about Luke Shaw, Wan-Bissaka. I understand why you'd be looking at them after the last game. Shaw, still a rotation risk. We know this. But Ben Mee has 2 games next game week. Danny says, if you don't bench boost in game week 26, when can you? Such a good point. Yeah, pretty much. Well, I mean, there will be more double game weeks in the future, but this is the last big one. There's not going to be any big ones, like ones this big. Because this is going to be, by the looks of things, this is going to be a huge double game week, a really big double game week. So this is pretty much your last opportunity for a bench boost. Well, at least the last opportunity for a super powerful, souped up bench boost. For sure. Manu Samuel says, why are you captaining Son? I saw these comments coming. Well, unfortunately for you, there's just been a super chat, so I'm going to read that first. So Sesk74 says, I just got Mee for Chilwell. Love it. Should I bring in Pope for -4 or take out Bowen for Rafinha and get -4? No, Bowen seems to be benched after Lingard. Well, we don't know that for sure. You can't guarantee this in one game. I think there will be some rotation there in that West Ham midfield. What I will say is that you don't need to bring in Pope now. The double game week is not until next game. It's not until next game, so you don't actually need to do it now. It's good to do one now, and then if you want to do a second one, you can do the second one next week. But I don't think there's any real pressure, unless you're planning on taking a -4 next week anyway, and you shouldn't really plan to take a -4. -4 should be for emergencies only. Unfortunately for me, every single game week is an emergency due to the amount of injuries I have. So please don't feel like I'm taking -4s freely. It's not something you should plan to do. Unless, you know, you're planning around double game weeks and, you know, planning your chips and or you've got significant injuries and stuff like that. Then fair enough. Take some hits, but you shouldn't plan to take too many. If you are planning to take one, maybe you could take Pope in today. But if you're not, just wait one game week, man. That's fine. It's completely fine to wait. So, should we get back to captains? Because I've just seen about 5 people in the chat all say, should I captain Antonio? And the answer, I mean, maybe you guys are members of FPL Twitter, because everyone on FPL Twitter seems to be going for Antonio captain. It really is crazy. I get it. I really get it. It seems like a really solid choice, a really sensible, solid choice. So, if you don't want me to fence it, then yeah, I would say that Antonio is a good captain option, and I wouldn't blame you for going for him. Maybe even I'd think about going for him if I had him on my team, but I don't, so I'm not thinking about him. But, you know, I've not done too much research on Antonio's stats, but from memory, from when I did do a little bit of research, and this was a couple of days ago now, they did look really good. They did look really good. His underlying stats, you know, his output is good as well. So, yeah. Against Fulham, who kind of actually looking a little bit weaker defensively than I thought that they would. I thought they might go in a slightly better direction than this, but they haven't. They have looked weak. I would say that Antonio is a good captain to go for. So absolutely go for it if you feel like it. So got a couple of super chats here. Fabian says, I've got Laka and Martinez in 11. Bench Laka or... No, this is something that people always think. They seem to think that if your players play against each other, then you have to bench one of them. It's completely not true. It's fine to hedge your bets. It really is. It's fine to hedge your bets. Take one. To take both. It really doesn't matter. Pick the players you think are going to score the most. Look at them individually. When you've got Lacazette in your team, do you think, is he going to score against Aston Villa? I would say yes, there's a very good chance Lacazette scores against Aston Villa. Then you look at your goalkeeper, you say, I've got Martinez, but I don't have a backup goalkeeper. I have to play Martinez. Do I think he's going to keep a clean sheet? Well, maybe not, but who cares? I don't have a choice here. So, no, don't bench Lacazette just because you got Martinez as your only goalkeeper. That's kind of silly because Lacazette's got a really good chance of scoring, and you don't want to penalise yourself just because you don't want your players to play against each other and you don't know who to root for. It's silly, man. Don't worry about that, dude. It's fine. So Corey says, what order should I put my bench? Let's see what you've written here. DCL, Diaz, Digne. So Digne, I think, is rightfully last. I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't want to bench any of these players in an ideal world. DCL is probably right, as you've got the triple Ds there. DCL, Diaz, Digne. Yeah, DCL, first bench, Diaz, second bench, Digne, third bench is probably the sensible order out of the triple Ds. Gotta love yourself some triple Ds. Yeah, no, I think you've already got it in the right order there, dude. I think that looks good, Corey. I would stick that way, but you know, you would, in an ideal world, you wouldn't have to bench any of those players, right? Maybe you should probably consider playing Diaz as well, depending on who your other defender is. Fabian says, thanks, bro. I'm quite new to FPL. No worries, man. Here to help, dude. I'm here to help. Mayang Palod, thank you for joining the FPL mates here. Joining as a channel member. Really, really appreciate it. Helps support the channel a lot. Really does. Especially since I cancelled the Patreon. So, nice one, man. Nice one. Let's see what else we've got in the chat. Yeah, loads of people just saying Captain Antonio. Yeah, go for it. Absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Captain Antonio away. I'm captaining Son, though. You know, I spoke about it a little bit in yesterday's video. I do like the look of... I just like the look of the fixture, most of all. And, you know, there is that tiny, tiny chance that Harry Kane comes back. You know, it's remote. I can't remember the exact quote from... I have it on my phone, actually. Maybe I should just bring up the direct quote so I don't fumble my words here. It was actually sent to me by my friend who's a Spurs fan. I've got to scroll through the media. Okay. Right. So this is a quote, a press conference quote from Jose Mourinho in the extended version of the press conference notes. So, Jose says, so we have to fight with what we have. And against West Bromwich, with Harry Kane, without Harry Kane, maybe I've messed this up. Should we start again? So we have to fight. Should I do a Jose Mourinho accent as well? That might be fun. So we have to fight with what we have against West Bromwich. With Harry Kane, without Harry Kane, we have to go. We have to win that match. And that is what Jose Mourinho said. So he kind of says, you know, we've got to go win this match with or without Harry Kane, right? Does that mean that there's a chance that Harry Kane is coming back? If there is, you know, if Harry Kane is almost there, I do think he does get chucked in early because Spurs are clearly struggling without him. They really are. So it seems sensible to at least acknowledge the possibility that Harry Kane comes back. Terrible accent. You know what? And yeah, haha, Russian Jose. I always think, and it was a terrible accent. I can't do Portuguese. But I always think the Portuguese accent is a combination between, like, Spanish and Russian? I don't know why. I always think, when I hear the Portuguese accent, it's like a Spanish person doing a Russian accent, or a Russian person doing a Spanish accent. But there you go. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. You got to give these accents an attempt, haven't you? It's all good fun. Right, Ethan has now also come in, weighed in with, I'm captaining Antonio, is it a good idea? This is the last time I'm saying, guys. Yes, if you want to captain Antonio, go for it. It's a good captain idea. In fact, Dan Cross, if you could just put into the chat every, I don't know, 5 minutes, captaining Antonio is a good idea. Just so we cover that one. Because I've said it so many times now. It's fine, guys. Captain Antonio if you feel like it. So, IHB, thank you very much for the super chat saying, keep it up. I always will. You know, come rain, come shine. My FPL season might not be going to plan, and it's really not going to plan at all. But you know what, guys? I stay positive. I'm going to keep making these videos. I'm going to keep trying to have some fun with this YouTube channel and just interacting with you guys the best I can, and just, I don't know, I just love YouTube. So we'll just keep going. Hopefully we're going to turn this around. Whether it happens or not is another question. Someone asked how to join as a member. So if you go into the description of this video, the link at the top is a join link. So click on that, and that should do the business for you. Have a good go. Thanks, Dan Cross. Yes, apparently captaining Antonio is a good idea. It's a pretty good idea. It's a pretty good idea. Coyote Sargo says transferring more pay. Well, that would kind of fit the theme of having some fun with this channel, wouldn't it? Or with my team, at least. Rono, captain Antonio, it's a good idea. All right, Curtain Show with a super chat says, Edison target so foul Dyer. Bench Robbo Stones. Is that okay? Yeah. No. You know what? No, it's not. I would actually swap target for Stones. No word of a lie. I'd rather double up on Man City defence than play an Aston Villa defender. I just think Aston Villa are conceding today, and maybe that is a bit of bias. Maybe it is, but that's how I feel. So that's what I would do personally. You don't have to listen to me though. Feel free. Luka Rujic says, "Why did you bench Stones?" Just because I would rather play the other. I'd rather play Chilwell than double up on Man City defence. I'd rather play Sofao than double up on Man City defence. If Chilwell or Cancelo drops out of the team, I got Stones to come in anyway. So there you go. Lucy says, Dan, you should do the rest of your stream in your Mourinho accent. Well, we could do that. We could do that. Or we could try and act like a normal human being and not be such a silly, silly boy. George Bryson says 5-0 Villa. You have a third choice keeper. No, George, you're getting this wrong. 5-1 Villa. Yeah? There we go. I do appreciate that the Aston Villa have got a very much higher chance of scoring in this game. You know, that's a given. But I just think Arsenal score. I just really feel like Arsenal score today. It just kind of makes sense. Yong Yao Lee says, why Adams? Well, Adams, you know, his underlying stats have not been quite as bad as people are making him out to be. He's had a tough game against Manchester United where the game was over before he could get started. The game before that, he was on for 25 minutes. He was on the pitch for 25 minutes. He had 2 big chances. On another day, he scores one of those 2 big chances. This Newcastle team is not looking good. This Southampton team is going to be looking to bounce back. It is risky. It is differential. But I want to keep Adams anyway. I'm not selling Adams because I know he's got a double game week next game week, and I'm going to roll with it. So, yeah. He's staying in. He's staying in and he's starting today. Let's take a couple of risks. Why not? Because I kind of have to. Who will play in net for Arsenal as Leno got a red card? It's going to be Runnison, who, when we saw him in the cup, kind of was a little bit disappointing. I'm not going to lie, which is why a lot of people are saying, okay, Aston Villa are going to score a few goals. Because Runnison, we're not quite sure is ready for Premier League football. To put it gently, I suppose. But there you go. Yeah, so Abdul says, should I start Diaz or Cancelo? Well, I would start Cancelo, I think. Samuel Matthews says, should I bench Justin or Cancelo? I don't even know who Leicester are playing in this game week. Let's have a look. Oh, of course they're playing Wolves. Of course they're playing Wolves. That's a tough one. Yeah, you maybe play Justin. I don't know. So, new member, thank you very much, Moxo QB, for joining as a member. Really do appreciate that. Helps support the channel. And Akin, finally, ahead of you by 10 points. No! All thanks to you. I've helped you overtake me. Damn it. No, that's probably happened a fair few times. I mean, to be fair, I hope. I'm more concerned with helping you guys do well than doing well myself. If things don't go well for me, and, you know, my players get injured and stuff like that, we can have a laugh about it. We can have fun, and it makes for good content. It keeps you guys entertained. But in my other videos, as long as I can continue to help you guys improve, then that's all I care about. You know, provide some entertaining content and help you guys do a little bit better. So congratulations, Akin, for overtaking me. Anyway, he says, Rashford or Grealish for this game week? I think you stick with the premium Rashford, but I would try and play both of them if I were you. And PS, Morpay looking better. Yeah, Morpay been looking better ever since I took him out of my team, which is why he's the ultimate. Well, he's just Morpay, you would say, is the mascot of this YouTube channel, isn't he? Shadow Gamer says Ryan was in full training for Arsenal yesterday. Think he will start. I don't know, Mike. The thing is, you usually would say, oh, this has come too soon, but with a goalkeeper, maybe it's slightly different. I am under the assumption that Runnison is going to start until I hear something different. They probably want Ryan to start, though. But even so, Ryan's not played competitive football in months and months and months. And even when he did, he had one of the worst save rates in the Premier League for those early Brighton fixtures, which is why he was dropped and then loaned out in the first place. Left Gamer throwing in those Morpay emojis. You love to see it, and yet you hate to see it at the same time. Calvin says, I can play one of DCL, Shaw and Barnes. Who should I go for and who should be first on my bench? If you play one, you probably play Harvey Barnes. I think. Oh, it's tough. You guys must have some crazy benches at the moment. I'm seeing it like the last couple of game weeks when you guys have been asking me who should I play out of this, that, and the other. It's always been so tough because you guys have got such strong benches. Unless you're planning on a bench boost soon, you guys should probably do something about that. Like, seriously. Chris says, I need the best differential this game week. Good differentials, I don't know, like Rafinha is a good differential. For sure this game week. Joshua says, play Gundogan or Cancelo. Back the attacker, go for Gundogan. Corey says, who do you think will play left wing back and right wing back for Brighton? I have no idea. I wish I could answer that. I am definitely not a Brighton expert. I've been pretty much, you know, I've been focusing my attention, and to be fair, I have been really, really busy lately. You know, 2 game weeks per week, and like my day job has just gone crazy. I've been working till 7, like, and then doing YouTube videos after that this week. It's been really tough. So I have had to be a little bit more precise with my research, and my research this game week has not included Brighton at all. I pretty much ignored them other than their attacking output when bringing in Pope. I don't know who they're going to start in defence. That's sort of not really been of any interest to me this game week. To be honest, I can't tell you. Sorry, man. Who is better out of Watkins or DCL? For this game week, I'll probably back Watkins. Olivier is benching Salah this week. Wow, that's brave, man. That really is brave. Mayank needs to bench one. Watkins, Rafinha, or Gundo. I would play Rafinha. I would probably bench Gundo, to be fair. Tej Parker says, should I bench Hugo? Yeah, that was close. Yeah, you nearly got me. Nice one, Tej. Calvin Fernandez says it's going to be a defenders game week. Back the defenders. Yeah, possibly. I don't know. I don't know. It depends where you're looking. I kind of actually feel the other way in many respects. I think, you know, there's so many teams that have goals in them. Usually it's the big games that have the least goals, and there's one big game, isn't there? Oliver Tate says Dan Burn left wing back and Veltman right wing back. That is so. Veltman and Burn are basically centre backs. How can they be playing wing backs? It's just crazy to me. Hey Dan, help. Do you think McCarthy could be dropped? Forster was after the last... Oh, you know, I know what you're saying. No, I don't think McCarthy's going to be dropped. I don't think you can really blame McCarthy. I actually thought, all things considered, he did what he could. Yeah, I don't think McCarthy is to blame of that 9-0 loss. It was, you know, obviously it was an absolute tragedy for him, but I don't think he, in particular, was to blame in any way. So, no. Son in for Zaha, -4. Yeah, you could do. Son in for... No, I mean, I probably wouldn't do that, to be honest. No, if you've got someone on your bench, don't do that. Next week, I'm going to triple captain Bruno. What do you think? No, I think you're insane. Wait for a double game week. Wait, have Man United got... No, they haven't. Man City. Man City are the team with the double game week. Ethan says, who should I bench? Gundogan, Salah, Watkins. I don't know, man. You shouldn't be benching any of those players, really. Go with your gut. Jennifer says, hi, how was your day? Not too bad. Not too bad. Excited for the football, to be fair. Looking forward to get going. Looking forward to get going because, you know, a bad game week. So when you've had a bad game week, which has basically wiped out 3 game weeks worth of green arrows, I just want to get stuck in again and see what we can do. Particularly now taking -4s and that. Max says, what about Chelsea when Thiago Silva is out? I don't think that makes too much of a difference. They've got plenty of defensive options there. So, yeah. Tom Locke says, great video, love your channel. Who should I start in goal, Mendy or Fabianski? Thanks in advance. I would just go for Mendy, I think, this game week. Yeah, I think that's the sensible one. Obviously, there is argument for West Ham. In fact, to be fair, if your defence contains Chelsea or West Ham defenders anyway, maybe just play the other one. So you cover both games. Could be good. The Blobber King says, Matt Ryan is fit. Well, he's training. Is he fit? Is he ready to go? I don't know. It's slightly different with goalkeepers, isn't it? It doesn't fill me with confidence anyway. A just about fit Matt Ryan, who had some awful form at the beginning of the season and then has been dropped for the last 4 months. That doesn't fill me. Deepkin just says, you missed my super chat. Did I? I did. Sorry, Deepkin. Let's get it. Cavani, Grealish, Bamford, and Rafinha. Bench 1. Why would you do this to me? Bench. Oh, bench Cavani. Yeah, bench Cavani. It's probably the worst fixture. And the most rotation risk. Therefore, Cavani is the one you should bench there. Thanks for pointing that out, though. Sorry to miss it the first time. Ronan says, what do you think of Johnston to Pope and Robertson to me? 2 free transfers. Would I want to double? I don't know if I'd want to double up on the Burnley defence this game week. Next game week, I understand. So maybe Johnston to Pope this game week and just roll that free transfer to next game week. And then, you know, you can do Danny, you can do me next game week. I don't know if Robertson is. I'd say that me is probably the best option. If you have to do that to free up the funds, though, maybe yes. Okay, fair enough. Then you do that. Yazid says Creswell or me. Well, this game week Creswell. Next game week me. Lassie Boyan says, hey Dan, would you rather play Gundogan or Watkins? I'd rather play Watkins, I think. I think that probably answers a few of your questions. I would probably rather play Watkins than Gundogan. It is close though. So if you have a gut feeling that says the other way around, then go the other way around by all means. Saka or Gundogan for bench? Now that one is tough. Maybe I might be biased here, but I do fancy Saka. Sorry guys, I'm so tired. I do fancy Saka against this Aston Villa team that is conceding chances and conceding goals. Conceding a lot of chances, this Aston Villa team as well. So, yeah, although Arsenal's defensive situation might look a bit lacking, they've got all their attackers. Aubameyang potentially back. Saka's bossing it. Lacazette's in good form. I do like the look of Saka still. I do. Definitely. He's at least arguably like... I mean, how close are we to saying that Saka, a 19-year-old, is Arsenal's best player? We've got to be pretty close to saying that by now, which is just crazy. It's so good to have that as such a good young talent. Right, Dan Cross has correctly identified that there's 15 minutes till deadline, even less now, like 12 minutes to deadline. So get those teams locked in, get your benches in order, guys, and make sure you set your captain and your vice captain. Make sure your vice captain is in a separate game to your captain as well. Don't put two captains in the same game. We've learnt our lesson there. Right, Deep Kundu says, do you think Odegaard will start today? I hope he will. I hope he will. I don't know if it's a... Is it too soon for him? Probably not. No, I think it's probably the time to start Odegaard. So, yes. Let's say yes on that one. Tanmay says, better captain between Bruno and Antonio. I would probably, if it was me, I would probably go for Antonio. I think he's probably got a slightly lower ceiling. But I also think that he's got a better chance of getting something. So, higher floor, lower ceiling Antonio is maybe a little bit less risky. So, yeah. Particularly if Pogba is playing. That kind of, if Pogba's playing alongside Fernandes, that does take the appeal away from Fernandes a little bit because we see Fernandes playing a little bit deeper. It's just not perfect, is it? It's not exactly what we like. Should you sell Zaha when he got a hamstring injury, and then what about Lingard? Well, yeah, go for it. That's not... Yeah, if you wanted to go really differential, really interesting, have some fun, take out Zaha, bring in Lingard. Why not? I'm not going to say no to that one. How can I find it in my heart to tell someone not to bring in Lingard? He's just like just funny. Just a funny player. Just a funny player to have. He's a meme player. Shepsy, welcome. Thank you for the best mate hearts. We love that. Ronan says, now FPL mate, the question is double up on City defence or message retracted. I can't read the rest of that message. Well, Ronan, I tried. Oh, there we go. Double up on City defence. Start Cancelo and Sofal with Stones, me or Dallas, and start Meslier or Pope. Well, I mean, there's a good argument to say start Meslier and me, and then Cancelo and Sofal. Benching. Oh no, well, you wouldn't want to do that. You wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. You go Dallas and Pope. Bench me, and then start Cancelo with Sofal. You guys need to steer. Your benches are insane. I can't believe some of the benches that I'm seeing, man. So yes, start Cancelo, Sofal, Dallas and Pope. There you go. There's your three defenders and a goalkeeper. Ramsey unleashes spacebar's broken. Commiserations. Coyote Sargo's doubling up on West Ham defenders. Interesting. The problem with West Ham, and the reason why I'm not joining the Antonio and Soucek hype right now, or Creswell hype, or Fabianski hype, or the West Ham hype, is because there's a very low chance that West Ham get a double game week, and I really want to target that double game week 26 as a first priority, and all my transfers, I want to make sure they have the double game weeks in mind, and I would be doing myself a disservice if I started bringing in West Ham players because I don't think they're going to get a double game week. In order to get a double game week, West Ham have to beat Manchester United in the FA Cup, and I don't think that's going to happen. It might. And if it does, that kind of changes a lot. to be fair. And we'll have to revisit that. But right now, if I was bringing in West Ham players, I'd be doing it under the assumption that they don't have a double game week. So there you go. Mort TTL says, hey, just tuned in. Why Cancelo over Stones? Oh, dude, it's so obvious. Cancelo just has such a better attacking output than Stones. He really does. He's so obvious to me. He plays basically as a midfielder. He takes so many shots. He creates so many chances. Cancelo's just a don. If he's playing, he is he's the best defender in FPL. I'm telling you. I've been hyping up Cancelo for months. I really rate him that highly. I really do. In terms of FPL, his attacking threat is unreal for a defender. Bamford captain is an interesting one, and I can't understand why people might want to go for that. So yeah, why not? Why not? DCL or Watkins? I would play Watkins over DCL. Captain Lingard for differential. Good idea. I'm not going to tell you that's a good idea. Captaining Lingard is not a good idea. It's an absolutely crazy idea, but I don't hate it. I don't hate that idea. Tendai Horton says, would you bench Trent? I don't. It depends who my other defenders were. I think it's possible to bench Trent in a way that is not possible to bench Salah. Mohit says, when are you planning to use your wild card? I'll be using my wild card in game week 30 now, according to my latest plans that I've planned out. Dominic says, best content creator, keep it up. I have to read an occasional compliment because thank you, I need it for my confidence right now. Because my season is going so badly. Oh, I could cry. I could cry. Right, guys, I reckon we've got 6 minutes left. Should we do some quick fire? So, let's do some quick fire questions. Bang them in the chat. Keep them as short and sweet as possible. I'm going to try and read out like 100 questions, answer 100 questions in the space of 5 minutes. We're going to do it. We're going to go power mode. I'm going to be the greatest rapper you ever seen. We're gonna speak fast. So pay attention, guys. The quick fire questions are rolling in. Right, let's get started. Antonio or Bamford captain? I would go for Antonio. When are you using your bench boost? I'm going to be using my bench boost in Gameweek 26. Socek or Maddison? I would probably just go for Socek just because you can't keep benching him because he keeps scoring when people bench him. Start 2, Saka, Watkins, Stones. I would start Watkins and I would start Saka as well. Bamford or Antonio captain? I would go for Antonio. Socek captain? I don't really know if I would necessarily do that. Bench boost in Game Week 24? No, I don't think so. Save it for Game Week 26. Rafinha or Saka? I would go for Rafinha. Bench Diaz, Grealish or Barnes? I would bench Barnes. Captain Fernandez or Antonio? I'd probably prefer Antonio, to be fair. Is that Bamford a good captain? I do think he is a good captain. Ings or Wilson? Ings for this game week for sure. Start Dino or double City defence? I would probably go for double City defence. Is benching Salah for Dino a good idea? No, it is not. Lowton for target? Yeah, potentially if you're looking for this double game week. Rudiger or Sofal? I would go for Sofal for the attacking threat. Martial or Antonio? Antonio this game week. Gundogan or Bowen? Probably Gundogan just because Bowen has that slight rotation risk there. Rashford or Rafinha? I don't feel like you can bench someone like Rashford. I feel like you have to probably play both of those. Those are both good players. You should play both. Is Bamford a good captain option? Yes, he is. Captain Bruno or Bamford? That's a real toss-up. I would just flip a coin on Bruno versus Bamford and just captain whoever comes up there, or just go with your gut. Start Adams or Gundo? I would start Adams personally. Creswell captain? I don't know about that one. DCL, Cancelo or Stones? If you could choose one, then you probably go for Cancelo. Target or Chilwell? I would go for Chilwell this game week for sure. Triple on Son? Absolutely not. Do not triple captain Son. I do not like the sound of that. Bench Cancelo? I would try and avoid benching Cancelo if possible. Lingard or Socek? I would try and play... I don't know. Flip a coin for that one. maybe go for Soshek just because he keeps trolling us. Werner or Watkins? I would go for Watkins probably, but it's tough. It's form versus fixture there, isn't it? And really, really tough. Morpay or Zaha? Well, I mean, who's the biggest troll of FPL mate season this season so far? It's still Morpay, I'm afraid. XRDC with a super chat. Whom to captain and vice captain amongst Bruno, Son, and Antonio? Well, I've personally gone for Son captain. If I were you, I would probably captain Antonio and then Son vice captain, maybe something like that. But you could also switch it around. Not fully convinced by Bruno this game week, but we will see. Justin or Cancelo? I'd probably go for Cancelo there. DCL or Stones? It depends if you already got a Man City defender in there. Maybe back the attacker if you've already got a Man City defender in your team. If not, go for Stones. Antonio captain, absolutely fine. Yes, Captain Maddison or Antonio? I'll definitely go for Antonio over Maddison for sure. Meslier or Lloris? That's an interesting one. I would probably edge towards Lloris though. I feel like I would edge towards Lloris. Your favourite FPL player? Right now, my favourite FPL player, I guess, is Cancelo. Zaha replacement other than Son? I went for Rafinha. Maybe you could do something similar. Benit says start 3 City defenders. I don't think I would start 3 City defenders if I didn't have to. Son or Rafinha captain? Which one? I've gone for Son personally, but if you feel more comfortable with Rafinha, there's no problem with going for him. Cancelo or Dollars? I'll take the Cancelo. Bench 1 of DCL. Watkins or Justin? I would bench DCL there. Cancelo or Aaron Wan-Bissaka? I would probably still go for Cancelo there. Justin or Dallas? Go for Justin. Son or Antonio captain? Take your pick. Both good options. Bench Lacazette or Gundogan? Bench Gundogan out of those two. I do think Lacazette is good for a goal this game week. DCL or Watkins? Bench DCL. Justin or Chilwell? I would go for Chilwell. No, I wouldn't actually. No, that's a lie. I would go for Justin. Justin or Dallas? I would still go for Justin there as well. Out of Watkins, Wilson, and Grealish, who should I start to? Oh, that's too much. Chris Freddy with a super chat. Captain Bamford. Yeah, if you fancy taking a punt on Bamford this game week, I wouldn't blame you at all. It's not a bad captain choice at all. Neki says, yo, Rafinha or Eze? I would go for Rafinha personally. Bench 1, Cancelo, Ben Mee, or Diaz? I would bench Diaz out of those 3 probably. DCL or Wilson? I would play Wilson in this game. Sofal or Diaz? Cancelo on? I would play Sofal in that case. Bruno or Son for captain? I think I prefer Son genuinely. Captain Werner? Absolutely not. Watkins or Wilson? That's really tough. Maybe, that's a toss-up. I don't really know. Chilwell or Rafinha? I would go for Rafinha out of those 2. Justin or Cancelo? Take your pick. They're both good options this game week. Play McCarthy or Martinez. I'll probably play McCarthy this game week for sure. Bench Saka or Rashford. Play both. You really got to play both of those. DCL or Morpay. I would actually probably play Morpay this game week. Play DCL or Gundogan. I'd probably play Gundogan over DCL. I mean, that's what I'm doing on my team. Gundogan or Barnes. I would go for probably Harvey Barnes just based on form and Gundogan having that tougher fixture. But that's, again, a really, really tough one. Double City defense or play Sterling. I would probably play Sterling rather than double out. Kaganya says, my goodness, this is intense. Got to do it. Got to get through everyone's questions. Bruno, Salah or Lacazette? For the captain, I would probably go for, I guess Bruno's the safe option. Gundor or Grealish? I would go for Grealish. He's tough, but probably Grealish. Wan-Bissaka or Cancelo? I would go for Cancelo, but that's really tough again. Grealish or Bamford captain? I think I prefer Bamford for captain out of Grealish and Bamford. Soshek or Gundo? Probably Gundo, to be fair. Hudson-Odoi captain? No chance. Bring in Alonso? Maybe. But I have a feeling that there's a small chance that he gets rested this game week. DCL over Adams, no regrets, mate. Well, fair enough, man. If you want to go that way, then go that way. I'm going to go for Adams over DCL personally. Justin or Stones, I would probably go for Justin. McCarthy or Martinez, I would go for McCarthy. A Man City clean sheet, I think they've got a really good chance of clean sheets. Dallas or Justin? Probably Justin is the safer one. Kiribald says, am I invisible? No, you are not. Cantona or Henry? I would definitely say Henry as an Arsenal fan. J-Ling's 2-week punt, risky or no? I think you can go for J-Ling's 2-week punt, but he's not going to have a double game week in all likeliness, so do be aware of that. Diaz or Cancelo bench? I would bench Diaz and play Cancelo. Bamford captain, yes, fine. DCL Saka start. I would prefer to start Saka over DCL. And that's the deadline. Oh, God, guys, I was so busy. Whew. The time's up. There we go. That's time. I need a drink. Well, I'm going to have a squash. I need a hard drink. We're locked in. Hopefully, guys, that was helpful. Hopefully that was helpful, or answering so many questions. I'm sorry if I didn't get to your question there. I tried to do as many as possible. And I try not to do too long because, yeah, as Dun Cross has just identified, I do need to breathe at some point. So, let me catch my breath real quick. Okay. So, I'm not going to stay on for too much longer because my other half is at home and I've kicked her out of the room, and I probably need to bring her back in the room because we were actually meant to go visit a house today. She's had to go on her own, so I need to catch up with her about the new house. Well, this house that she's been to look at, because we need to move house. We need to get more room. We need to be in a situation where I shouldn't have to kick her out the room to stream. I need a dedicated streaming area really, but I don't have that right now because tiny little apartment. It's fine. We're gonna move anyway. I'm talking about personal life. We don't want to hear that. Boring. So, guys, first of all, I want to see you put in the chat who you have captained for Game Week 23. It's locked in. Put it in the chat once only, once each, guys. Just type in who you've captained, press enter. Let's go. Let's see what the kind of consensus is here. Because I really think this is going to be a kind of interesting game week for captains. I think there's going to be quite a wide spread. Different people captaining different players. Although saying that, we're away, and already we've got a sea of Antonionis. So a lot of people going for Antonio here. Yeah, okay, right. So Antonio actually seems like the standout captain for this game week. We've got Antonios, Brunos, and Sons. And Bamfords. That seems to be the way. So we've got Antonio, we've got Creswell, they're interesting. A couple of Sochegs, which I always feel like is a bit of an interesting one. Shuminson, absolutely. Hudson O'Doy. Well, that's a weird one. Yeah, so we're all about the Sons, the Antonios, the Fernandez, and the Bamford. But it seems like Antonio mostly. Harvey Barnes there, interesting shout. Gaming now, why didn't you tell me you were streaming? What am I meant to go to and tell everyone individually that I'm streaming? What do you want me to do, dude? You should know, I stream every deadline. You gotta know. If you know, you know. Or join the Discord server. The Discord, well, I announced it in Discord. Maybe I should have tweeted it. But never mind. So, hopefully you found another stream that was just as good. Captain Werner, like BP Mike, you're putting a lot of... Oh, I don't know why, my nose is so itchy. BP Mike, you're throwing in Captain Werner so many times today. And including so many pictures of zebras. So you like Werner, you like zebras. We get it. We get it, BP Mike. I still think you're a lunatic. Right. Pope triple captain. I think you picked the wrong game week, mate. I think you picked the wrong game week to do that. Captain Saka, really? See you, Dan. Going back to bed. Good night, Daniel Sheeran. Don't blame me, mate. I might go back to bed soon as well. Emmanuel Lau says, who should I keep, Alonso or Chilwell? Or keep Alonso, but I mean, we're past the point of no return, really. Game Now says, I was watching Andy being a rapper. What's... yeah. We don't talk about him on this channel. He who cannot be named. Danny Ings, interesting. I accidentally captain Harvey Barnes. Rip. Oh dear. Well, I mean, that could be a lot worse, to be fair. He's not the worst captain in the world. You never know, you could get lucky. Add FPL bot on Discord, yeah, maybe. Pranik says, Captain Dan. What a captain. Probably going to blank this game week and get injured. But why not? Why not? Okay, guys. I am going to... usually, I would love to stay on a little bit longer, but today is a special circumstances where I don't think it's right to stay on because, maybe next week I'll stay on for a bit longer if I can. Carmichael says, hey Dan from the Caribbean, Trinidad to be exact. Loving the content. Nice one, man. But yeah, guys, what I do want to say is we will carry on the conversation over on Discord. I might join voice chat in a bit, actually, as well. And we can have a chat on voice chat as well if any of you guys fancy just having a chat about the games and stuff. You can join my Discord server. Completely free now. It used to be for Patreons only. I've opened it up to everyone. I kind of want to just... You know, the only reason I had it as a paid-for service is because I saw all the other big FPL YouTubers kind of had their Discords or their Slack as a paid-for service. And I thought, okay, maybe that's the right way to go. But, you know, the more I've been involved in FPL content creation, the more I kind of think, you know, we should open up the Discord to everyone and just keep, you know, just get a community going there. So the link to the Discord server is in the description of this stream, so go click that. It's the link next to the little purple picture. Join. We'll have a chat in there. And we'll, yeah, that's about it. So yeah, guys, very good luck. Very good luck this game week. I hope you guys all absolutely smash it, as I know you can. I hope all of your captains are fruitful. I hope all of your transfers don't get injured. I hope they have a long and healthy time on the pitch in this game week and beyond. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. And I will catch you over on Twitter. I'll catch you on the Discord server. And other than that, I will catch you on the next video. So thanks for watching, guys. And I will see you later, mates. Wait. Bye-bye.